Thank you for being here today. And in this episode, I want to talk about something that I'm sure we are struggling with. Well, it just that we always have to overcome obstacles, things that is hard, but we have to go through them in order to get to the next one. And it's like every point in life, we always have things that we are worrying about. It's like starting from a young age. You're starting in elementary school. What did you do? You have to go to school, gotta study, gotta follow the rules, and get good grades. And then you might get a medal. You might get a score, an A, a B, or a C at the end of the school years. And then we struggle, trying to study, learn, trying to get to the next level. And then the next one. Then before you realize, you're in middle school. Then what do you do now? Well, you have to worry again. Trying to get to the next grade. Getting a good score. Or at least make enough so you can go to the next grade. And then you can go to high school. Then in high school, trying to get over all of it so you could go to college. And it's always struggling to get to the next one, and to the next one, and to the next one. And it will never end. Just like how I am right now, trying to get to the next one. And the only thing that's changing is I'm getting older and older and older. And the problems never goes away. They never goes away. There's always new problems after problems. And when I was in middle school, what were my problems? Well, studying, trying to make it to the final, making up grade so I can get to the next one. What I'm struggling with now. Difference, but still the same. Just trying to get to the next level. But will that be an end? Maybe when I'm old as fuck. And then just realize that have been playing a game that I was never meant to complete, because the problems will always be there, and even when you solve it, there will be new problems, always and always. And if you think about a good movie, Would it be a good movie if the main character just always get what they want and everything is always going right? They don't have to struggle. They don't have to face failures. They don't have to overcome anything to get to where they want. Would it be a good movie? Or you would rather watch a movie where the characters started off with something and then they lost it all. They lost it all. And now they're starting over from nothing. And they're struggling to learn, struggling to getting back up on their feet. And then they failed again. And then now you're sitting here watching them crying, trying to get back up on their feet, but it's hard. But eventually, somewhere down the road, they found a way. After all these hardships, they found the will to do it. And they overcame those problems and they thrive. And they won in the end. That would have been a better movie, right? Than the one before? Yeah. Don't you think? And if you'd really think about it, if it wasn't for all of the setbacks and the bad things that happen, the main character, one would not have the arc, the story that we're telling, that we're watching, you know. And it's like the win in the end feel much more worthy, feel much more fulfilling, because that main character had to go through all of those terrible things, and somehow they got up and tried again and again and again, and they came out on top in the end. And maybe that is the chapter, exactly where you're going right now, trying to get back up on your feet, and you're sitting here wondering why all of these things are happening to you. But what if they were meant to be? They were meant to force, to build you into the person that you were meant to be. And this is the only way. This is the only way for you to become that person that you were destined to be. Because if everything was going right, everything was smooth sailings, and nothing went wrong, you would never learn. You would never know what it's like to be fucked up, what it's like to lose it all and trying to get it all back up. And maybe the chapter you're going through right now, the quote unquote terrible things that happen to you, are the key to exactly where you want to be, the person you want to become. And It is like you have to go through these hardships and you have to overcome them. You have to be comfortable living in these terrible moments. You have to build calluses in your mind that this is just another day. These terrible things that happen to you, it's just another day. And now you're built for it. You're built to face all of these adversities, and you become fucking invincible because of all of these terrible things that you're going through. And maybe if you're listening to this and you got bills to pay, you got people that you need to take care of, a dog that you need to take care of, whatever responsibilities you need to do, hardships, terrible things that happen to you. You know, if you can just hold on tight and keep on trying and hang on, and even still trying, even when everything is collapsing down in front of you, just have the will to keep on going. And one day you'll get out. You'll get out and you'll be glad. You'll be glad that you never gave up on yourself. And you keep on trying. Because that's this exact scenario that I'm going through right now. And, you know, it's hard in the moment when nothing's go right. And you're just in the middle of the mess, and all you see are the terrible things down the roads, and then there's nothing good happening. And all you want to do is just to give up and stop trying. But maybe this is exactly the moment where you were meant to be. The moment where you decide that you're not gonna give up. You keep trying until the sun come out. Or you're gonna give up now and just let the word does its things, and just gonna lay here, maybe eating French fry and Cheeto, drinking some kind of soda. Just give off and let life take the wheel. And that's what's so amazing about us human. We have the ability to make choices, to make decisions. Yeah, and yet we're so miserable. Isn't it funny? But I just think that all of us, we all have the ability to make choices in our life and not let another people's expectation affect how we make them, you know. Because at the end of the day, you are the only person that lives in your head. And why not do things that would bring you fulfillment, joys, and contentment? And instead, we go for a job that everybody else does. Do the things because that's what everybody else does. And yet, we're fucking hating it, you know? I don't know. That's just my opinion. But I think that we all should have the ability to make choices. But that's just my thought process. Thank you so much for listening, and I just hope that if you're going through a tough time right now, just realize that better days are yet to come.